Hey traders from around the world, this is Jerremy Alexander Newsome with your Wednesday real life stock review. Hope you're doing absolutely sensationally fantastic. It is indeed September the 16th, midway through September, already finished. Pretty pumped about that. September is going to be a big month for real life trading because I have the opportunity of being in Gainesville, Florida next week. If you're in the Gainesville, Florida area, I'm going to be in Florida twice, actually, coming up. I'll be in Gainesville, Florida, where I'm doing a live presentation on the 24th of September entitled How to Retire on 3K, specifically about leverage day trading and day trading in general. And then October 24th, as I mentioned, that weekend, I'll be in the Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. Tickets already purchased for that. Come in, hang out, send me an email if you have any questions about that. So let's talk about the markets really quickly. I had a good question by a good friend of mine who I'm actually meeting in Gainesville next week, Dean Chance. He was asking me earlier today, he said, what retracement of the general market do you think would trigger the public participation phase and get people to cash in on their 401ks? I think it's a really good question. So this is the DIA, which is the ETF that tracks the Dow Jones. If you ever wondered, hey, how do I trade the Dow Jones? This is how you trade the Dow Jones. So an interesting thing happened yesterday on the Dow. We closed above the 20 exponential moving average, and as I've been mentioning, I gave a pretty high probability in the last few stock reviews that we'd break out of this little pennant pattern looking thing bullish. And it does appear that if we close above that price today, if we close above about 166.72, that it likely will continue up just a little bit. Now, the Federal Reserve is going to talk tomorrow, probably increase interest rates is my guess, maybe just a little bit. I think that they think that the market can handle it. In regards to where the public is looking to exit, I think 17,200 is a very, very strong level. Again, this is an incredibly strong support that the Dow has had from here. Here's a resistance, support, resistance. Strong move for sure. Pennant pattern, trading up. If we trade up into that level, we'll get back to where some people are comfortable. I think there'll be some cashing out there, and we can maybe experience a little bit of a rollover. And then we might get something like this on the Santa rally. I think that is entirely possible. I'm still on board that the Santa rally could occur, and we could make it back up to the highs. And what's interesting is I'll go ahead and just throw this out there. There will be some traders out there that if we start making the highs, the perma bears, if you will, people who are always bearish, the analysts who are always bearish, if we do this, they're going to be bullish. And if they get bullish at that point, I really think that's going to be a cause for concern. If they're still bearish, then I'm okay with trading it bullish. But if everyone out there is hopping on bullish, then that's going to be the frenzy, which I think will drive it to one more final higher high. And then we might have a little bit of a crash. So believe it or not, I'm still okay with a longer term bullish perspective. I'm okay trading it bullish. If we get something like this with a good gap or something, I'm okay trading it bullish. And if we don't, we continue to roll over, I'm okay with trading it bearish. It'll be interesting to see how it works out. But definitely some interesting retracements going on. Here's the SPY. SPY, again, we have a strong resistance level here. We're breaking out of that. All things I'm talking about today are subject to change due to volatility, but if we close above these prices, I think we could move a little bit higher tomorrow. And I am looking to trade off the 50 exponential on the daily for a very, very quick move, maybe like a day or two. So I did something similar on the 9th of September. And regarding the analysis where you just short off the moving average, probably going to do the same thing with the 50, and I'm just expecting maybe a day or two of selling off the 50 exponential on SPY and then just kind of moving on. Apple's not really doing anything too terribly interesting. We still have a 3-day pattern where we're trading sideways. Again, this is what I think the market might do, is battle this exponential moving average a little bit. We get 1 or 2 days of selling, we kind of create something like this, and then we probably move a little bit higher. I'm thinking that's what Apple does. Unless Apple closes below 114.18. If it does that, I'll be slightly more bearish. If it doesn't, then I'll just kind of keep waiting for it to trade higher and see if it does fail off of any resistance levels, which this 120 old support, new resistance is pretty dang strong, at least in my opinion. Let's check out Vera Bradley. So Vera Bradley I've been keeping an eye on today, yesterday, and recently because of this gap that happened not too long ago. Very, very strong bullish gap and go. Broke all kinds of pivots. Great volume. I do agree that volume is a little light on the daily chart, so you're more or less just doing this one with shares. My original my original position was wanting Vera Bradley to trade back down to $12 and then bounce and continue higher. Well, as of yesterday, we had a nice little white candle off the 10 exponential moving average on the daily. It made a higher high and a higher low. So my new trigger for Vera Bradley was buy it above 13.29, stop at 12.78, and see what happens. So this is approximately 50 cents of risk, and it's moved approximately 50 cents. So right now you might be up about an R on the trade. If Vera Bradley moves up again to about 14.66 and some change, that could be a good little resistance there on Vera Bradley. Anyway, talked about that one yesterday on the afternoon swing trading class from 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. Kind of like I talked about Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers I'm also bullish on. Let's go through all the analysis that makes me bullish on Weight Watchers. Here is the daily chart. And the daily chart, we had, first of all, a decent gap back in here. Bullish retest gap. So it was a white candle, gapped up. We got the retest, boom, 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 traded sideways for a while, for about 3 months, and then on earnings again 2 days ago. Well, actually, I don't know if it was earnings or not, actually. Yeah, I don't think it was. I think earnings are in November. But either way, this was a good gap. He had a nice black candle that made a lower low and a lower high on the 14th of September. Then yesterday, gorgeous white candle, gapped up, great volume, did more or less close right at that pivot price, and today we're making a higher high and a higher low. So if you're looking to trade something bullish, I would keep Weight Watchers on your watch list. This is a good trade to watch. Stock is above the 100 simple moving average, bounced off of it nicely, and going to try to trade it up into this target right here at about $8.70 on Weight Watchers. Alibaba, we were in a bearish trade on Alibaba. We did get trailed out today. If you're in that trade and you got trailed out, it was for a profit. Great job. Albert, the chief CTO of Real Life Trading, is in a $75 covered call on Alibaba. So it's looking a little bit better today. And again, just kind of letting Alibaba do its thing. Had a really, really good candle. Higher lows in here, lower highs. We're still battling the 20 exponential. We still could do this, but I kind of think yesterday was a little bit of a bullish day on a lot of things, so I'm just going to see what kind of moves we can get. Last but not least, I want to look at this guy, Coors Brewing Company. So Coors had a lot of interesting discussions, rumors out there about buyouts and mergers with Anheuser-Busch. We're coming into what I like to refer to as beer season, which is the fall. You know, you got football, you got the World Series, you got a lot of things approaching, college football, NFL, I mean, it's all there. This is an amazing gap on Coors. I mean, we're up right now, 13%. Huge gap, great volume. Back on the 23rd of June, I mentioned that this would be a great place to buy Coors if it pulls back to this area, this $66 support. It did pull back. If you got a chance to buy off that support level, you're very, very happy today. Yesterday, it was a white candle. Today is a white candle. I'm expecting a little bit of a retest on Coors and then a bounce. So all I'm going to go in and say is I'm bullish on Coors. I might give this one a few weeks or a few months. I would absolutely put this one on your watch list and then see if we can pull back and bounce somewhere around this $79, $78 region. It's obviously very extended right now. Give this one some time, but I'm quite confident this is a very nice distribution phase. And I'm pretty certain that Coors will be making a higher high and a higher low. If I have anything to say about it, there's a very good chance it will. Thanks so much for watching this Real Life Stock Review, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Want to make sure you guys are fully aware that tomorrow is Angie Barbosa's first ever webinar with Real Life Trading, and first ever webinar in general, where she's just totally taking the lead. She's being an absolute boss as usual. September is real estate month, and we made real estate month for a lot of reasons. I love real estate. A lot of people like real estate. It's all about investing. It ties very well to interest rates, the stock market, cycles, movements, buy low, sell high, reinvesting, that type of thing. So September is real estate month in Real Life Trading, and Angie is hosting a class tomorrow night entitled Real Life Real Estate, right? Awesome name, I think. And I would love for you guys to sign up for that. It's going to be your first class. Make sure to support her. Be there. It's going to be a really interesting webinar. There's going to be a lot of good facts and good takeaways to have. And I think you're going to learn a lot. So that's going to be tomorrow. And I will include the link, but it's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern. be there or be rectangular. I'll see you guys later. And until next time, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. See ya.